Hello and welcome back to another Space Engineers showcase video. In today's video, we're looking at another small fighter, and this one is very unique with the way it's been set up, and it's rather lopsided. This is the Reaper Minmatar Corvette, which is this lovely thing over here. So this is a small block ship that features a very odd setup with how it's all been done, and utilises window blocks to act as fake solar panels on the side wings and at the top there, just for some additional decoration. The wings on the side can fold all the way up thanks to a hinge and will allow you to land down on a flat surface without damaging anything. We'll look at that a bit later. Pressing F10 and finding it in the spawn menu, the Minmatar, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, is 2,177 small blocks using the Sparks of the Future and Wasteland DLC packs. We can see a little bit of information about it where it's small enough to not pack a punch and it's small enough to not really take one. But we'll just give this a thumbs up, which I already have. We'll move all around to the very front, we'll have a quick look around the outside, then we'll fly around for a bit and we'll see how it controls. So at the very front here, this is what we get. I don't know where I was going with the camera there, but we've got two ion thrusters to help us stop. Ion thrusters are the only form of thrusters that appear on this ship, so we are only really good for space. We can also see surrounding pretty much everything, some white and purple steel blocks with a connector underneath to refuel this thing or to load it up with any kind of goods you want transported. If we were to move up this section of the ship, we can see some lovely steel blocks acting as supports coming from the very front over to our standard cockpit. If you move around the side, you can see a better view of that. There we go. Then if we continue along the side, there is the start of our white blocks. Then towards the back, here is our window blocks. We've got a double setup, just acting like a small solar panel. And that's how it's all been done. Then we come around towards the back of the main flying cockpit area. That's all we get. If you move across onto this section right here, this is our edge where our Gatling gun is sitting. So this is what we get at the front there. Not too much to talk about, but there's our Gatling turret sitting right on top. Then moving around the side, we can see our hinge that comes across onto our window block wing. Then around towards the back there, we've got a couple more ion thrusters to push us around. If we were to move all the way up and look down, we can see a couple more ion thrusters. We can get a sneaky look inside here. So there we go, that's how it's all been set up. A lot of stuff hidden away to hopefully make sure it doesn't get damaged while in combat. Then we come and take a look underneath. There we go. Moving across onto the first wing that comes down from a hinge, this is all we get. It's just a bunch of window blocks that move across into a lovely shape with a couple steel blocks at the top and towards the back there just to finish it off. If we were to move down and past our wing, we've got a couple more steel blocks just to create this weird step pattern with our windows, come all the way down to here where we've got our magnetic plates to land the ship down on. And if we were to move all the way across past our cockpit onto this section, we then come across to two thruster pods. Now the thruster pods you can always change to something that you need. Say you want to take cargo with you, you can always alter these to put cargo containers inside, or maybe you want to have some more manual firepower. You can remove these barred window blocks at the front and add a couple Gatling guns, a couple rocket launchers. It's entirely up to you with how you customize this. Yes, both these pods are the same and they carry some more ion thrusters. If we were to look all the way down to see how it's connected up to our cockpit area, that's how it's been done. There we go. And then towards the back there, we'll see some more ion thrusters to push us around. Then looking down from underneath, there we go. And that's going to be the same for this one right here. So we'll move across to the other wing, which is again on a hinge, which we can fold up with a click of a button. And it's the exact same setup where we've got our window blocks right here, our little steps that will come all the way down to our magnetic plates. And there we go, that is a very brief look around the outside of the Minmatar Corvette, and I really hope I'm saying that correctly, because it's quite a weird word. So, what we can do now is just grab hold of my character, bring up the HUD, because these are the only options we get. If I just remove that over the hotbar, because I added that myself, we have one tab where everything is at the very end. So, pressing number 8, this is going to be for our wings on the side. We'll get a close up over to this one, so pressing it, there we go, it'll simply just fold up and make it flush, allowing you to use those magnetic plates right here. And there is enough clearance with those window blocks to make sure you don't damage them. And of course, once you've landed, you can press number 9 to lock and unlock the magnetic plates, so you don't have to press P and risk disconnecting your connector in case you haven't set that up correctly. Yes, that is all this ship has to offer, so we can just fly it around for a little bit. We won't do a proper thruster test because it is quite a slow and a very unique design. And the sunlight is trying to chase me, so we go and put that back a little bit. There we go. Anyway, moving forwards, this is what we get. We are quite slow despite having that many thrusters on this ship. Coming to a stop, we are slightly slower, and we do not have the mouse control to do a 180 stop ourselves a little bit quicker, so we will have to ride this one out, or just simply fly very carefully. If we were to move left and right, we are very slow with that. Moving down, again, very slow, and then moving up, again, very slow. So the fastest thing on this is moving forwards and backwards, with moving forwards being the absolute fastest. Then moving my mouse around, this is what we get. We are extremely heavy. It's like we're flying a giant battleship with the sheer weight of this when you're moving the mouse around. So it could be a good idea to throw on an extra gyroscope if it's not up to your standards, but for this type of ship and its purpose, I'm sure it's fine just to fly along, because you're going to be letting that turret do all the work, and there's no manual firepower, so you don't need to aim at targets very quickly. Yes, that is pretty much it for what the ship has to offer. It does look great. It's a very odd design. You don't really see this type of design very often, and I am a sucker for the purple color. So what we can do now is come over to this asteroid, we'll just slam ourselves straight into it, and that'll be the end of the Minmatar Corvette. And here we go, we're now approaching the asteroid. I have put our wings all the way down because they should be down while flying around. And we've got a lovely surface area to deal a nice lot of damage. But it doesn't look like we've actually done too much. The cockpit at the front is just about safe. It's simply the steel blocks that got damaged. Everything else seems to be roughly intact apart from a few blocks damaged there. And we can just fly this thing around as if it never happened. So there we go. I was expecting it to do a bit more damage, but it seems to have done a very good job at not being critically damaged from a high-speed crash. So there'll be a link to it in the description below if you do wish to download and play around with it yourself. Highly recommend you do. I'll be back with another video some point soon. Bye bye.